The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So the Boston College Eagles offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Boston College wants to play fast. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out. Guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Here comes the offense on first down. Gonna run it. It's Ocha. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Give to the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
With the run on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Now adjusting. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. 3rd and goal coming up here. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
3rd and goal. The offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up 4th down.
Back to throw. It's Arnold. Moving away from pressure. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Hands it off. That hole closed quickly. A pickup of 1 to the 15. The Golden Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Offense getting set for 1st down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the 1st down. They'll try it on the ground. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground in this 1st quarter. That is a terrific start. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They knock him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain, and it's a first down for Boston College. Quick handoff. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. A little screen to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. The ball squirts free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
They'll throw it on first down. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Alchuk. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to pass. Getting some heat. Looking to buy time. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Brings it down on the right side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Fresno State dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. The circle of life in college football. where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. On the run, fires downfield. He's open on the right. Open runway ahead. Past the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Boston College!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the team.
He is smashing people. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps. And man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Caught near the sideline, it's Sharp. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to get outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Like, stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball in the perimeter. But goodness gracious, has to break one.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Skips away from pressure. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes. The Sooners will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Boston College right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Moves away as he feels pressure. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Makes the grab. It's Ocha. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Quick strike complete. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. He's going to pass. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And the pass hits, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the ground with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Got a man. It's Ocha. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, just keeps firing. Makes the grab on the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
I'm going going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be brought down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
It's all teed up. Boston College will kick to start this third quarter. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Turns to the field. Line gets set, first down. Going to the run to start this second half. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Toss sweep to the right. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. He now has 80 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking for space. It's Allchuck. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Barnes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10, and the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tripped up for the tackle. He now has 110 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. They'll line up for a second down play. Caught in the backfield, it's Sharp. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Fires left. And his throw is incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get him. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He'll do it himself. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bradley. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Boston College wants to play fast.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease, it's Hicks. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to get the corner. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings up a second down. To the air, it's Arnold. They're bringing heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Comes out throwing on first down. Keeps it going. That's caught. It's Bond. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. This offense has a second down play. The aerial assault continues. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Boston College right back to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. On the move, he fires. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down and back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Slides away. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw.
Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown Sooners!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay.
Can anyone catch him? And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Bond. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep
looking for the end zone. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Really nice job there as the quarterback.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. This one's almost over.
Here come the Sooners, ready to go on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Here's the handoff. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.